A lot of people are high on the Toronto Raptors this year. I don't think I'm one of those people though. What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Welcome back here today to another rebuild. We're going to be rebuilding the Toronto Raptors. I was listening to the Bill Simmons podcast. He had Zach Lowe on it the other day. And Bill Simmons said, was it a crazy take to think that the Raptors could be the 1 seed going into the playoffs? Zach Lowe was like, oh, I don't think so. But he likes the Raptors a lot. And I had the Raptors as the 8 seed in my preseason predictions. I had Philly, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Boston, Atlanta, Miami, and Brooklyn all over them, with them being the 8 seed. Maybe I'm too low on them. But the East is absolutely loaded this year. Like 4 years ago, this team would probably be a 1 seed. You have the reigning Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, going into year 2. You have Pascal Siakam, who was on one of my 5 players that I love for this season. I think he could be a dark horse MVP candidate. Now, I don't think he's going to win the award because I predicted them to be the 8 seed. And you know me, I'm a guy that likes to give the MVP award to one of the top teams in the league record-wise. But I think he could be like this year's DeMar DeRozan, like just maybe ball out throughout this whole year, and he's got to be in the top 5 combo. You have Fred VanVleet, who's in the mix of his prime. You have OG Anunoby. Is this going to be the year he finally breaks out? You have Gary Trent Jr. Great trade, Norman Powell for Gary Trent Jr. That was just a fantastic move. Portland, jeez, that was not a great one. Precious Achiuwa, he's going to be our starting center. No, maybe we'll do Siakam at the 5, so he'll be off the bench. Chris Boucher, Otto Porter, Ken Burge, Malachi Flynn. Thad Young did not like that trade too much last year, and they did bring him back. Donald Banton, he's getting a lot of hype in the preseason. And if we were going to come up with this rotation, yeah, it would be this starting 5. They want to go with this bench. I think I don't really want to play Thad Young too much. I do want to play Donald Banton. I really like the Otto Porter pickup for them. And I think, like, we do have Precious. We do have Chris Boucher off the bench. I'm not going to play Ken Burch. I know he's good enough to get minutes, but I'm going to go about 13 to these point guards. And Boucher, we got 15 to Porter. We have 20 to Precious. I want to go 33 to Siakam, 32 to Barnes is fine. We'll actually do 34 to Siakam, 30 to Anunoby, about 29 to Trent, 35 to Siakam and VanVleet's good with me, and then we could do about 22, 18 there. So it's going to be a 10-man rotation under Nick Nurse, which is 4-star perimeter centric. We're going to go to balance, which is only 3.5 stars right now, but I think that could definitely get up to 4 stars by year's end. So I do want Siakam to be the number 1 scorer, 93 shot tendency. Barnes could probably be at an 85, same with VanVleet. 65 for Trent's good, 60 for Anunoby's fine, 55 for Precious, 50 for Boucher. I'll go up to 55 for Porter. Banton 50, Flynn 50. We're good. I don't think I would be a seller at the deadline. I do want to take a look at the salary cap table, where Siakam is going to be paid roughly $72 million throughout the next 2 seasons, but he won't be a free agent until 25. VanVleet will most likely opt out of his contract this year. Same with Trent. That's a TBD. And Anunoby, we're locked up on a solid contract. Boucher, don't love that deal in 2K. In real life, that's like next to nothing at this point, especially with the salary cap rising. There's going to be a new TV deal. But yeah, Barnes still on that rookie deal, which is an absolute steal. So this, like, game 1 against the Cavs is going to be a good one. 2 good Eastern Conference teams, and we ended up losing by 3. Then we had 25 and 10, Siakam 22, 8 and 6. I just kind of want to see how this like shot tendency and rotation does throughout the first couple of games. Oh, nice. We're 0 and 3. Okay, Fred VanVleet went 1 for 11 with 6 turnovers, and then we ended up losing by 18. I mean, these are 3 teams that I think could finish better than the Raptors in the seeding. And wow, what a brutal first 7 games. Cavs, Nets, Heat twice in a row, Sixers twice in a row, and then the Hawks. What? That is really tough. We do beat the Heat on the road. We split with the Sixers, and then we beat the Hawks. So we are 3 and 4. I mean, in this game, Barnes hit 29, VanVleet at 23. Lost by 7 to the Sixers. Barnes and VanVleet combined for 43. Siakam didn't have the greatest game there. In a shootout, VanVleet balls out with 35. Siakam with 25. Barnes with 16, 10, and 7. And then a 1-point victory over the Hawks. Wow. That is a brutal first 7 game of the season stretch. So I went through the trade deadline. Didn't make any moves. Man, we're 14 games below 500 at the moment. Yeah. 2K is not liking the Raptors in the sim right now, which is kind of a bummer. Because it's like, I still think that this team is a playoff team 100%. Siakam maybe not balling out as that number 1 option. How? He's on good efficiency. How is he only averaging 18 a night? He's the high shot tendency. That goes to Fred VanVleet. Maybe I gotta increase his touches. I mean, not sure. I'm sure that's a thing. Ooh, Gary Trent Jr. with a stinker year efficiency-wise, and Anunoby as well. That is a it's a bummer. Man, Anunoby probably wants out of here. I guess we'll just finish up the season. I don't even know if there'd be anybody here in the contract extensions that would get it done. Yeah. Well, I definitely have to go back to the drawing board at the end of the year and figure out what's best for this team moving forward. So yeah, Luka wins MVP. The grass is green, sky is blue. It's gonna happen every year. Drummond wins 6th man of the year. Bones Highland most improved. We get no players on an All NBA team. Any on an all defensive team? We do not. And then rookie teams, nada. And we didn't even make the play-in tournament. Wow. I guess we're now in the Wemby sweepstakes. 31-51. Are you serious? That puts us at the 5th projected pick going into the lottery. Wow. I did not think 2K hates the Raptors this much in the sim. I mean, Scotty Barnes had a good year. I mean, Fred VanVleet had a good year. Siakam had a solid year. I just don't know why he didn't shoot the ball more. I don't really get it. Only averaged 18 points a night. The touches were up. The shot tendency was up. Gary Trent Jr. and Anunoby, man, the wings disappointed. All right, we're going to have a big offseason upon us. I might be making a big move now. Karl-Anthony Towns wins Western Conference Finals MVP, and Zach LaVine, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, former teammates. They meet in the NBA Finals, and the Bulls blow a 3-0 lead. Poor Chicago, and Cat gets Finals MVP. Man, the Bulls have been pretty good in the sim, because if you watch the Bulls rebuild, I did win it all in year 1, spoiler alert. Chris Paul and Carmelo Anthony head to the Hall of Fame. Blake Griffin retires as well. So it is the draft lottery time. We have the projected 5th overall pick. Imagine we win the Wemby sweepstakes. All right, so are we going to drop to 7? That would suck. Okay, well, this first season was a giant middle finger to me. Damn, we really just won 31 games with playoff aspirations and then dropped from 5 to 7 in the lottery. 2K does not want to see me get Wemby, like ever. I'm going to try to do this trade straight up with the Magic. This would be us acquiring Wendell Carter Jr. We'd move him back to the center spot. Siakam at the 4, Barnes at the 3. It'd be Anunoby straight up because they do have a lot of big men, or some big men at the moment. I mean, Bamba's a free agent, but they have Banchero, Jonathan Isaac, Franz Wagner, like a lot of guys that could play the 4 at the moment, and that's what Carter Jr. is, or he's listed as a center. I mean, they get a good wing. I feel like they might not even accept this, honestly. Yeah, they want a first-round pick out of me, and I don't really need Markelle Fultz at the moment. So I don't really know. I mean, I would give you Kem Birch, bring him back to Orlando. Would they take that's just the most I would offer them? And they do say yes to that. Okay, that is a switch up. We move on from Anunoby. He's been here since 2017. And it is a shame. Our defenses get worse, but I think Barnes will be good enough to play the 3. He actually goes down in overall. Sick. Maybe that was a stupid trade, and I'm going to regret it. The Kings get Wembanyama. Keegan Murray at the 3, Sabonis at the 4, Wemby at the 5. I would love that so much. Oh, my God. I would be so happy for Kings fans. All right, so we are on the clock with the 7th overall pick. Keontae George just went to the Spurs. Anthony Black to the Jazz. Magic got Carson Wallace. Scoot Henderson actually fell to 3. Wow, that is a little bit of a shocker. So, we could take Amen Thompson. Gary Trent Jr. is most likely gone, so I do need a shooting guard to possibly replace him. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go with Amen Thompson here, one of the Thompson twins. So, yeah, Amen Thompson, 77 overall, 4 overall is higher than Keontae George. I love that pick. Of course, it's Sword Thompson's a 78. All right, so let's sign him. Team player options, Fred VanVleet opts out. We'll pick up the team option on Barnes. Oh, Gary Trent Jr. decides to opt in. Okay. Otto Porter opts out. We're going to pick up the team option on Precious, Malachi, not Thad Young, not DJ Wilson. Justin, we're going to also decline as well. We'll give Benton the qualifying offer, but not Josh Jackson. So Fred VanVleet, we would like to bring back. I'm going to give him about $20 million for 5 years, so that is $100 million guaranteed for Fred VanVleet. I feel like that is a little bit low for him. Like, he probably would get more on the open market in real life. All right, so moratorium is done. Anybody big switch up? Kyrie goes to the Indiana Pacers. Kristaps Porzingis goes to the Houston Rockets. Nikola Vucevic joins the Utah Jazz. Al Horford to the Detroit Pistons. Interesting move at age 37. I guess he did get a decent amount of money. We are going to look to acquire another wing off the bench, and I think that is going to be Victor Oladipo. I'm going to give him a 2-year deal with a team option, about $10 million guaranteed for year 1. If he plays well, he's going to make $20 million. All right, so Barnes is up to an 88 overall. Siakam is in a contract year. Let's hope that makes him play better. All right, so let's see this rotation. It's going to be Barnes at the 3. Not going to change his position now. We are going to start Wendell Carter Jr. at the 5. He's going to get about 30 minutes a night. We're going to go about 33 to Siakam. Him and Barnes are each going to get 34. I don't even want to start Gary Trent. I do want to start Amen Thompson. He's going to get about a little bit more than that. Oladipo, 25 is the 6th man. I think Gary Trent Jr. is most definitely going to be the 6th man. So 20 to Oladipo, 20 to Precious. Boucher, 14. Do I not play Banton or Malachi? That could be an option. 32, 27. I got about 5 minutes left over. I guess we'll give it to Delano Banton. Maybe we'll do like 12 to Boucher, 7 to Banton. System proficiency is 3.5 star balance. Let's see how this team does to start the year. But you know what? I think I'm going to make Barnes the #1 scoring option. We're going to give Siakam about like an 85 shot tendency, 65 to Wendell Carter Jr., 85 to VanVleet. We probably do a 68 to Gary Trent. Same thing to Oladipo. 70 to Men Thompson. That might be too high for some of these guys, but let's see how we start off the year. We have a game against the Rockets in which we do win. Just no defense being played whatsoever. Home game against the Pacers, they did sign Kyrie Irving, and we do end up winning by 18. So we do have a better start this year, much better start this year than we did last year. Home game against the Hawks, this is another big test for us, and we do end up winning by 27. Scotty Barnes, I think, is now emerged as the #1 scoring option for this Raptors team. Carter Jr. has looked great so far. Speaking of Carter Jr., we're playing his former team. We'll see how Anunoby does after we beat him by 19. Let's go. Carter Jr. with 6 assists. He's averaging 4 on the year. Anunoby, all right. He's off to a solid start, much better than his start last year for the Raptors. And we are 5-0 to start the year. We're going to go 82-0. And as I said that, we are going to probably lose to the 4-1 Bulls. No, we beat them by 2. Wow, this team is off to a great start. Levine had 37, 17 assists for Lonzo, but that was not enough because Barnes and Van Vliet combined for 56. Home game against the Hornets, probably a trap one here. Yep, all good things have to come to an end. And we do lose our first game of the year. How's Amen Thompson doing? Pretty good for a rookie. 6 assists, 5 rebounds. That is solid. So I will see you guys maybe at the deadline if I do want to make a trade, but probably not. So yeah, unless we start just spiraling out of control and I got to move SIAKAM at the deadline, but let's hope that doesn't happen. So Pascal SIAKAM wants to test free agency, and after the year he's having, I don't know if I'm going to bring him back. He was averaging around 15 points last time I checked. We are 37-34, so as long as we finish above 500, we should be a playing tournament team. We're flirting with it, though. We're 39-37, 39-38. Okay, come on. Let's just finish off the season strong. 40-39. All right. Beat the Pelicans. There we go. So we do end the season 4 games above 500. Luka's insane. Scoot Henderson, the 3rd overall pick, is your rookie of the year. Bones Highland, 6th man. Kawhi gets D-Point and Dyson Daniels most improved. Let's see. Does Scotty Barnes maybe make an All-NBA appearance? We get nobody on the first 2. Nah, no Scotty Barnes, unfortunately. We do get a Men Thompson on our rookie first team. You know what? He got 4.5 rebounds, 5 assists. Man, he can pass it. Is he a point guard? And we did make the playing tournament as the 9th seed. Yeah, so the East is very competitive. We were just 2 games off from maybe being a 6th seed. Scotty Barnes was the leading scorer with 21 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Fred VanVleet, number 2 with 19 points, 6 assists, 38 from 3, 86 from the line. SIAKAM, don't know really what happened, man. I don't. I was very excited for his kind of tenure in this video. Might be getting cut short. Gary Trent, not a bad season. He will be a free agent as well, much better than last year. Wendell Carter Jr., all right season, but still on one of the better contracts in the league. Oladipo was pretty good. I could pick up that team option. We already went over Amen Thompson. There's Precious, Chris Boucher, and Banton. So for the play-in tournament, we're going to alter this rotation. Like, Banton's not going to play. Boucher's going to get about 10 minutes tonight. I'd like to go about 36 to Scotty Barnes, 35 to Van Vliet, probably 35 to SIAKAM, and then let's go 30 to Amen Thompson. Taking on the Bulls, it's win or go home. Winner will take on the Knicks to be the 8th seed. Not off to a great start. At least we are at home, though, after we take the lead. Back and forth a little bit. All right, so we are up by 1 with just under 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Scotty Barnes is balling out. Van Vliet not shooting the ball all too well. Whew. All right, can we close it out and advance? Yes, we can. We end up winning by 1 point. Scotty Barnes with 28 points. That's what I'm talking about. 12, 6, 4, and 5 for Amen Thompson. But what's with the 5 turnovers? All right, so Knicks versus Raptors for the 8th seed. I believe the winner will be taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. We were leading after 1. They are leading after 2. We are leading after 3. Back and forth game, and we choke it. Oh, my goodness. We actually just choked that so hard. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. All right, well, the Toronto Raptors don't make the playoffs. How did we not make the playoffs in the first 2 years of this rebuild? Jason Tatum is your Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and Luka Doncic is your Western Conference Finals MVP. Let's see who wins it all, and it is the Dallas Mavericks. They win in 6. Luka is your Finals MVP. Dwight Howard enters the Hall of Fame. Lowry gets his jersey retired by the Raptors. There should be a feature that allows you to accept that or not, or if you wanted to retire his jersey number. What if I didn't want to do it? I'm controlling them. But then again, I am the GM, not the owner. So we are going to most likely have the 14th pick in this draft unless we had the craziest lottery odds or luck ever. Nope, we end up with 14. Honestly, missing the playoffs 2 years in a row could be a reason to fire Nick Nurse, but I will not be doing that. So We got to figure out what we want to do, man. We really do. We have 4 players under contract. We're going to be moving Chris Boucher to the Atlanta Hawks for that Kings first round pick, and that was from the Kevin Huerter trade. We're going to be taking Mikey Williams with the 14th overall pick. Not sure if he's going to be moved. That could potentially happen. I don't know if he'll even be in the rotation. If so, wow. Can't believe the Spurs passed up on Xavier Booker. So Mikey Williams is a 71 overall. He'd be a developmental piece, and I think I'm going to decline the option on Oladipo, but I would like to bring him back in free agency. We will have a little bit of money, I believe. I could be wrong, but if so, would Kawhi Leonard come back to the Toronto Raptors? I think it's worth a shot. So this means we would be letting go of Pascal Siakam. I'd give him no trade clause player option. I don't know if we'd get him. That'd be pretty cool. So we'll see if we can. I feel like that's like a thing that can happen. Maybe Kawhi wants to come back to Toronto. AD, no. I don't know if there's any Canadian guys right here. Siakam we'll keep an eye on. Does he have any real contract offers? Don't tell me he does. Okay, he doesn't. So he wouldn't be accepting anything after day 1. We could go after Andrew Wiggins, bring that Canadian home. But I don't think I'm going to do anything just yet. Let's just see if we can get Kawhi Leonard, and we do. Okay, wow. Yep, with a $56 million capital, Pascal Siakam is gone. We are bringing back Kawhi Leonard. I would like to see if we can keep Gary Trent. I would probably have to renounce the rights on Flynn and Precious Achiuwa. So who do I want? Achiuwa or Trent? I guess I'd probably want Gary Trent back. So yeah, let's do that. We sign Kawhi freaking Leonard. And boom, there we go. Let's see. Can I afford Gary Trent Jr. to come back? I can. We actually have $24 million in cap space. I mean, let's look at the roster right now. So it's Van Vliet, maybe Mikey Williams, Amen Thompson, Kawhi Leonard most likely at the 3. Yep, at the 3. And then we need at least a backup center. So we really only have 6 players under contract. So I would like a backup center. I don't know who that's going to be. Kevon Looney would be a pretty nice pickup for a fraction of like what we have left. If I give him like a 3-year deal, $6.5 million, I'd have about $18 million to play with. But this is me saying no to Gary Trent, which I could be fine with. How much does Oladipo want? Oh, I think he got picked up. Never mind. Oh, wait, no. I don't think he did get picked up. Where's Oladipo? Who knows? Maybe I am tripping. Oh, no. Okay, so he's a 79. So he wants about $10 million. Oladipo was good last year. I would give him a 1-year deal worth about $9.5 million. So if we signed Looney and Oladipo, because I'd rather have like 3 good guys than like Gary Trent. Yeah, so we signed those guys, and how much money do I have left over? About $9 million. So I'm going to go out and sign Kyle Anderson to a 1-year deal worth about $7.5 million. I might even get a solid mid-bubble exception. Yeah, like I could still sign Gary Trent Jr. Oh, thanks 2K. I like that. Guess that worked out. So Kawhi regresses, but I still think like with Kawhi and Scotty Barnes, we could win a championship this year. Well, I guess first let's go to the playoffs for once. All right, so it's going to be Van Vliet, probably Thompson. Yeah, like the bench is definitely the best we've seen in this video. Like Mikey Williams might not even play. Say we gave him about 12 minutes a night. Like Kyle Anderson about 16, Kevon Moody 17, Oladipo 19, 25 to Gary Trent, 28 to Carter Jr. throughout the regular season. We could probably do 35 to Barnes and Kawhi. This gives me about 24 minutes for Amen Thompson, 29 of Van Vliet. That's good with me. System proficiency is 4-star balanced. Let's see. How do we start the year against the Dallas Mavericks? We lose by 8 on the road. Barnes at 25. Kawhi. Okay, Kawhi. Home game against the Bucks. That's a tough one, but we do end up winning by 14. Yeah, we're about to see the Kawhi effect. We did much better this year. Kevin Porter Jr., 6th man of the year. I assume behind Kyrie Irving in Indiana. What? Tyrese Maxey averaged 35 points a night. Are you kidding me? That is absurd. Wow, that's one of the best scoring seasons I've seen in 2K, not from Luka Doncic in 2K23. We go 62-20. We get Coach of the Year. Do we finally get somebody on an All-NBA team? Nope. But Indiana's got... What? They traded for Cat? Was it a Kyrie for Cat trade? Don't tell me that's what happened. What? I mean, like, 2K, let's get weird. Kawhi, or did I say Kawhi? Well, Kyrie for Cat. What are we doing? Desmond Bane was traded for DeRozan, Vucevic for Conley. A lot of big trades happened this year. Drummond for Davion Mitchell, Mikal Bridges for Kungwu, Kyrie for Cat. That is an absurd trade. But Barnes was our leading scorer. I'm still glad he was the #1 guy. We do have Kawhi there. Still helping out our defense. 95 overall. There's Van Vliet, giving us another solid shooting season. Followed by Gary Trent Jr., Carter Jr., Oladipo, Amen Thompson, Mikey Williams, Kyle Anderson. So we are the 1 seed That's what you get when you get Kawhi Leonard. We are taking on the Charlotte Hornets, who have Mikal Bridges. Their team hasn't changed too much, but they do have guys like Killian Hayes now. Of course, they beat us in Game 1. I think for the playoffs, I might start Gary Trent Jr. I'd like to go about 37 to Kawhi and Barnes. We are relying on them a lot. We do end up winning Game 2, though. Kawhi had 37, Van Vliet 28 and 11. Carter Jr. had a great game. Oh, we scored 61 and a quarter. That's what some teams would score in 3 quarters about a decade ago. That is absurd. That is actually insane. I don't think I've ever seen that many points scored in a single quarter before. Are you serious? We're down 2-1 to an 8 seed. Don't go down 3-1. Okay, we do tie it up 2-2. Well, there goes my confidence on winning a championship this year. We're down 3-2, and we do force a game 7. What? How are we in a game 7 against an 8 seed? Oh my God, their team's not even that great. Like, yeah, they have LaMelo Ball, but like, Mikal Bridges, I mean, like, not really a 2K superstar. Why is it close? Why is it close? Don't lose this. Don't lose this. Oh my God, we won by 1. Why was it that stressful? Why? All right, let's just move on. Let's move on. 2K, I'm allowing you to go with the rotation here. Now we're taking on that Indiana team, who have Halliburton, Mathurin, Dorte, Terry Taylor, Cat, KPJ off the bench, followed by Isaiah Jackson, O'Shea Brissett, and Terrence Mann. All right, I feel like that Pacers team, like the Pacers do well in the sim in 2K23, I've noticed, but it looks like we are going to beat them in 5. That's what I'm talking about here. The playoff numbers so far, 3 20-point per game scores. And we have the Cavs, not this team in the conference finals, one of the best teams in the simulation in this year's game. I don't feel too confident. We're blown out at home in game 1, game 2. Yeah. Okay, 2-1, 3-1. Are we going to lose in 5? Yeah, that's what happened. Zion Williamson was your Western Conference Finals MVP, and Darius Garland was your Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and Garland gets the better end of the 2019 draft players and wins it all. They swept the Pelicans. They're just so good in the sim. All right, though, but we were very close. We were in the conference finals. Let's go. Hopefully Kawhi doesn't regress too much, but he might. We do have the 17th pick from the Kings. I forgot they did have Wemby. Probably shouldn't have acquired that pick. We will be bringing back Nick Nurse as our head coach. So in this auto-generated draft, we got Jesse Bryan, a small forward, or was he a shooting guard, with the 17th pick, and Wendell Weber with our first-round pick at 29. He's a 74 overall. Team player options, we're going to be picking up the team option on Amen Thompson. Scotty Barnes is about to get a max deal this offseason. All right, we are going to try to make a pretty big trade here. Mikey Williams, Amen Thompson for Jaden Ivey, who we could play at the 1 or the 2 next year. I don't know if they would accept this. They will. Okay, yeah. So it is kind of easy to get Jaden Ivey in trades in 2K. So I'm not going to renounce the rights on these 3 players like Barnes. I'll obviously match whatever deal he gets offered. All right, so yeah, let's pay Barnes a lot of money. Let's get Cam Johnson to be a shooter for us off the bench. Come on, let's get Cam Johnson, please. Let's go. I'm also going to look to bring back Victor Oladipo on a 1-year deal. So yeah, this is going to be the team for the final season. I know Leonard regressed, but I think he can go all the way. It's just I don't want to face Cleveland. All right, so I think I'm going to put Fred VanVleet as the shooting guard, Gary Trent Jr. as the 6th man, Kevon Mooney is going to get about 16 minutes, Oladipo about 15. I'm probably not even going to play the rookies. So Carter Jr. about 28, 35 to Barnes, 34 to Kawhi, 28 to VanVleet. Do 30 to VanVleet, 30 to Carter. We got 3 more minutes. We can give it to Kevon Mooney and Cameron Johnson. 4.5 star balanced. Please, can this team go all the way? Pretty please. The Cavs are going to be so good, man. We do get Scotty Barnes on All-NBA second team, finally. All right, so this Raptors team is the 2nd seed, and we would have to face Cleveland in round 2. So we're taking on the Pistons. We did make a trade with them in the offseason. Shout out to getting Jaden Ivey, though. Dude's a stud. Let's see. Are they starting those guys? No. Amen Thompson wasn't that great for them this past season. Mikey Williams to develop up to a 75 overall. We should be able to sweep this team, and we do just that. Man, getting Jaden Ivey really got me excited about this upcoming Pistons rebuild. I'm eventually going to do 3 20-point per game scores in round 1. Even Cam Johnson went off. But here's our finals test, and they don't have Donovan Mitchell anymore. Oh my God, yes. Okay, that is huge. I think we should be able to beat them now. And yes, we do. We win in 6. Okay. If they had Donovan Mitchell, I'd be like, that would have been a dogfight, man. But them not having D. Mitch was huge. Ivy's insane in the sim. Wow. We're taking on Boston here, who are great in the sim. And our old buddy, OG Anunoby. That's not a good playoff run, but can we beat the 1-seeded Celtics and go to the NBA Finals? Yes, we can. We sweep them, man. Okay, I don't think I'm here if I don't trade for Jaden Ivey last offseason. Battle of some red color teams in the finals. Ivy, Barnes, Leonard, VanVleet. Come on. Can we beat Portland, who have added Ron Holland, Herb Jones, TJ Warren to their team. Not a lot of big turnover. Some of the teams we have faced. We win game 1, lose game 2, win game 3, win game 4, and boom, the Toronto Raptors are your 2025 NBA champions. Jaden Ivey is your finals MVP. Okay, I think I lied. Yep, your 2026 NBA champions. Wow, I don't think we win it all this year. And end the video on a good note if I didn't make that Jaden Ivey trade last offseason. So that was huge. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Let me know your Toronto Raptors prediction down below. Are you a lot higher on them than me? Do you think that they could be a top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference going into the playoffs? Or do you think that they're more of like a 6, 7, 8 seed when that time comes? But yeah, thank you all for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.